Alright, so the question says one cat carries heterozygous long-haired traits, and it's going to mate with a homozygous short-haired trait. Now we're to use a Punnett square and determine the probability, which is a percentage, of its offspring. So, let's use our symbols to figure out what this means. First, somebody please raise their hand and tell me, what is the symbol for homozygous? Well, let's define first dominant and recessive. So what would be the dominant trait, Justin?
The dominant trait would be the long-haired trait.
Okay, so I'm going to make a note right here. Capital H tells us dominant, and the dominant trait is long hair. Okay, then what would be the recessive trait? Ken?
It would be the short hair.
Okay. And we like H's. H's are good letters. You can tell the difference, distinguish between the two. So lowercase h, lowercase indicates recessive, and so short hair. Okay. Now, what is the symbol then, the genotype, for a homozygous dominant allele pair? Adrian.
2 capital H's.
Okay. So homozygous means same, dominant means capital, so they be the same, 2 H's. What about homozygous recessive? Parker,
2 lowercase letters.
can you explain to me why?
Because they're like homozygous is the same thing, and recessive is lowercase.
Excellent. Heterozygous. What would be the genotype for heterozygous? Kristen.
1 capital H and 1 lowercase h.
And remember that the convention is the capital letter leads. It goes first. Okay. Now, what would be the genotype for long hair? Joe?
Capital H.
Is that the only genotype that will yield long hair? Sierra.
Capital H and lowercase h.
Now, why does capital H lowercase h yield long hair? Brooks.
Because it dominates over the recessive.
That dominant allele, that dominant gene right there is going to dominate over the recessive. And so heterozygous will always yield a dominant phenotype. What about short-haired? New hands, Isaac, thank you.
2 lowercase h's.
Okay. All right, so we've been told to cross a long-haired cat, and they told us its genotype, so that was nice of them. Cross a long-haired cat with a short-haired cat. Remember, each gene or each allele over the column, its own column, and then lined up with its own row. Okay? And so to complete the Punnett square, it's column 1 with row 1, and the cross is going to yield, and then column 1, row 2, and the cross will yield column 2, row 1, and column 2, row 2. Now we can answer our questions. What percentage of our offspring, remember, it's the parent's genotypes that's listed on the outside and the offspring genotypes on the inside. So what percentage would yield homozygous dominant? Mason?
0.
Yes. What percentage would yield homozygous recessive?
50%.
See? Right there. What percentage would yield heterozygous? See it?
50%.
What percentage would yield long hair? Emma?
50%.
Yeah. Long hair because of the dominant. Long hair because of the dominant. And we don't have any homozygous dominants. And what percentage would yield short hair? Courtney?
50.
Thank you. Please use these skills and your vocabulary to complete the task today.